Hello, I am Vijay Kundumbrath, CEO of EDU Systems Australia. We are proud to announce our new software, which is Knowledge of Compliance, which provides a total quality management system for any organization or in any industry sector. We have already incorporated different industry standards like disability standards, home and community care standards, as well as aged care standards, NVR standards for RTOs, as well as ISO 9001 standard and hospital standards like Joint Commission International into the system. And we are happy to assist any organization who intended to use this system to manage their ongoing compliance monitoring as well as building their quality framework. I'll take you through a short presentation and briefly explain how it works. Thank you. I'll take you through the short presentation of knowledge of compliance. How knowledge of compliance works. Basically, it's only 5 modules here. Compliance standards, which we need to incorporate into the systems, and then we can conduct internal audits. All the audit findings or tasks, actions will be tasks in the system, and you can manage it through a weekly or fortnightly meetings in order to follow up through the system, and we can support it by document. So it's just 4 modules: compliance framework, whereby you put all your information about standards which we want to meet, as well as can conduct internal audits. So actions will be termed as tasks in the system, and which will be reviewed regularly through meeting and supported by documents. The first module is basically the compliance section, whereby we have actually added quite few standards here, and we can incorporate any standard, even funding contracts, also nursing board standards, VET quality framework, which is for RTOs, and national disability standards, and this is hospital standard for Joint Commission International, which is international hospital standards. So every standards can be built into the system, and each standard will have there will be a detailed page which details exactly what the standard means, what standard states, and what's the intent for the standard, also how we can achieve it, and then you can also have a lot of information about how your organization is going to manage it. So you can put a lot of evidences and sections in the bottom here. So we have to prepare our organization to be ready for meeting the standards, and that has the input has to come from the quality management staff in the organization, or CEO, who is actually going to be responsible for the compliance aspects. And once you have set up the system, you can actually conduct internal audits, and whereby you can put each findings and actions against each standard, and actions are called task in the system, and you can also put comments and who's good, and task is actually allocated to a particular specific person in the organization to run it. This comes to allocating tasks, and then you can really review the actions in a meetings. So we have created a simple online meeting minutes module, where you can schedule meetings, which is not necessarily only about compliance aspect, but regular work, whatever meetings you conduct, you can schedule it all in the system. And you can also see, once you create a meeting minutes, it will come to the upcoming meetings until it has been published. Once published, it comes to past meetings. So while it is waiting for the meeting, there's time frame. That time maybe you can start putting up all the minutes for this month meeting, and staff, whoever going to participate in the meeting, can actually view the minutes, and they can contribute even though they are unable to be in the meeting at that time, or they can join the meeting from anywhere, because this system is accessible. It's a cloud-based system, so if one staff member is from different multiple locations, you can join together in the meeting. So it is quite user-friendly in that aspect. So come to upcoming meetings, you can see list of meetings which is going to be coming, and then you can view, or you can edit, and you can add comments and feedbacks to it. So once a meeting is published, you can actually see each meeting agenda item is linked to a standard. So you can actually link it to multiple standards, not only one standard. So it gives you opportunity to collect evidences against standards. So while you doing audit, you can see what actually we done about this for last 6 months or 3 months in this particular standard. So now some of those standards need to be regularly updated in terms of staff changes need to be updated, and it also need to have a regular update in terms of the process and systems change in your organization. So we believe that you need to have a dynamic system whereby all this been captured on a regular basis. So whatever we put up today may be not relevant after 6 months. So having a compliance system which is cloud based and which is actually dynamic will give you opportunity to update it on a regular basis. And task system is basically, it's another major module in the system whereby you can actually allocate tasks which you want to do yourself. You can also delegate tasks. You can have to-do list whereby you can put some information which you want to really make it happen, but not no end date or anything. Team member task is if you're part of any of the tasks which is given by some person and you are part of the team member, you will see that task. You can contribute towards it, but you are not responsible for those tasks. Project task is basically a very important area whereby, example, like you have to get a you are preparing for an audit, so you want to allocate a lot of tasks to different people to achieve that. So you can create that as a project task, and you can delegate different staff members to achieve certain things, and you can regularly monitor and see how far it is gone, and if anything is not done or any issues you can see. Communication about a task or project task, you can actually put it through suggestions or communications, all can be recorded in the same standard, same project task. That means you have to focus on what you're doing. And this reports section also provides you to manage tasks allocated to a person and a staff member, whereby you can have a monthly catch-up and quickly go through the tasks what they have been doing, and you can see all the tasks being doing by the staff, whatever you allocated or whatever they put up for themselves. So you can actually review and you can rate the staff and give some feedback to the staff how they're going with the performance, and report will be generated and put into the system, which can be viewed by the staff member and yourself, who is the manager, and HR will also be able to see that. So it can be part of your ongoing monitoring of your staff members in terms of their performance. So all the tasks allocated in an organization will come under the action plan register. So action plan register means every actions or task going to be done by different participants. Always you can search it by staff, you can search it by different criteria like progress, completed task, everything. And this will be a very good place where you can also mark continuous improvement activities. So some of the tasks will lead into continuous, so we can just put a tick onto the continuous. You can see that bottom of the screen there's a continuous improvement button. You can just click tick on that, yes. Then you can create your continuous improvement register with all the tasks you have done in a year or 6 months, whatever it is. So it's a very good tool whereby you can monitor your activities in the organization. And every task also you can link it to a standard or compliance system which you need to follow in your organization, but you can also link to multiple standards. So you can add multiple standards to one task, whereby you can just put any kind of documents in the organization in a PDF form. It will be listed and all the staff can view it. Only people with administrative privilege can edit or delete it, but rest of the staff member can view and comment on the document. So if a policy need to be updated, they can put their comments on it, so you can review next time when you want to update the policy. Also same time this system will keep version history, so you can manage the version control of your documents through the system straight away. And each of the compliance framework, the standards page, we can actually put like a possible evidence. So you can respond to each standard and say basically how you're going to achieve this standard. You say document policies and procedures and for advertising and marketing is available. That's one of the questions. So you can actually say, yes, IHNA have a, this is some of example I'm putting here, have a advertising and marketing policy. And you can just put a link to the document straight away. So if a staff member go through the standards, they can actually straight away achieve what they want to see from there. So that's all about the system, and I'm happy to be in continuous discussion with you or take your questions. Please contact me by email bijo@edusystems.com.au or phone number 0394554411. Also, you can join the future webinars which I am scheduling for every week. Thank you.